Increased rift. Conflict between Harry and William. No more hope for reconciliation. Trust is gone. Harry creates karma with grit. In his feud with William, there have been claims reconciliation might be in the cards for the feuding princes, but new information out is revealing what's really been going on. Last week, a scene unfolded that people never thought they were going to get to see: a black Audi pulled up at the very top of Windsor Castle's Long Walk. And we saw William and Catherine together with Meghan and Harry. Yes, they were in public and they were walking side by side. It was a pretty remarkable moment that nobody saw coming, and before the car doors could even completely close, it seemed like already there was a lot of speculation about what this could mean. Maybe it could mean that reconciliation was on the horizon, maybe they were finally going to be able to heal their differences, maybe some olive branches were being extended, and there were a lot of other clichés as well. Now, it's a week later and we're finally starting to see the real picture. And if there's anyone left who's hopeful that the brothers are finally gonna make up, then I'm sorry, because I'm gonna disappoint you with this story. According to reports coming out of London over the last 24 hours or so, any kind of happily ever after scenario is not gonna happen. For starters, let's look at the walkabout that happened last weekend. So first of all, that walkabout only occurred because William, the Prince of Wales, extended an 11th-hour invitation for Meghan and Harry to join. Now that image was a very powerful one. We saw two brothers coming together during a moment of grief, but we should not understand that to mean that there's a bigger shift going on. The joint appearances take effort, according to a friend of the brothers speaking with the Times royal editor Roy Anika. There was an understanding that we need to show solidarity, not just we need to do this because it's our duty, but I don't think it goes much beyond that. There have been some awkward moments this week. I definitely don't get the sense of any deeper meaningful reproachment or a sense that this is it, things will be mended. A source close with Harry also told the Times that while everybody is trying their best, being together has been uncomfortable and difficult for the two sons. Not very shocking to hear, huh? And not helping matters is the fact that it seems to have been put about the place that the Wales and Sussex walkabout was completely William's idea. It looked like a concerted effort to score a PR win as the bigger man and as the peacemaker in the family. They say that time heals everything, but apparently nobody has informed the royal family of that. It was a mere 18 months ago that Harry and Meghan were so busy with their awful claims of palace racism and cruelty. And Oprah Winfrey just added to it with her incredulous occasional "what?" Yeah, Oprah. We felt the same way, I guess. Anyway, since then, it seems like Harry and Meghan have just doubled down on their effort to attack the firm. They have done it in numerous interviews they've done since then, and only a few weeks ago, Meghan spoke with the Cut magazine. She said just by existing we were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy. That line is aged about as well as sour milk, huh? So the palace stuck to its mantra of never complain, never explain. But in doing so, they completely failed to meaningfully address Meghan and Harry's highly blistering claims. So with all of those accusations still fresh, is it any wonder that hugs don't sound like they're being handed out in between warm mugs of hot chocolate and Meghan and Harry? A source close to the Wales couple has told The Telegraph they feel that Oprah crossed a line and that someone should acknowledge the motives behind it and the pain it caused. They feel they've had to be steely to send a message that you cannot just say this hugely upsetting stuff without there being consequences. Now, over the last 10 days, the two couples have seen a lot more of each other than they have in years, and they are united in wanting to put on a good show to keep the focus on their grandmother. But by all accounts, being close to each other hasn't actually meant that they're having any deep and meaningful conversations. It's really hard to spend time with someone, or even to speak openly, when you know they're writing a book about you and giving interviews. The trust is gone right now, according to an insider speaking with The Telegraph. And that's exactly where we get to the bottom of things, not just what Harry and Meghan have said, but what they might still say, especially as commercial pressures may start to rise. Yes, folks, things are getting pretty ominous. There is a lot of concern right now inside of the royal family. According to the Daily Beast, Tom Sykes over exactly what Harry may be preparing to reveal about King Charles as he begins his reign. Now, whatever nonsense Meghan spouts out is pretty easy to deal with. But still, an attack from Harry, the son of the king, would be a lot more dangerous indeed. Now a friend of both brothers has told The Times, "We know there are other things that will come out in the future that will be very damaging." And according to Royanica, the fear in royal circles is that their interview with Winfrey may prove to be the appetizer for a meatier main course of more revelations in Harry's book. But a Sussex source told her that the autobiography is going to not be as vilifying as we may expect. But even a less vilifying tell-all is not very good. It's still very dangerous, and this is a very emotional period for everyone involved. The chaotic separate dashes made by the brothers to Scotland to try to see their grandmother before she passed away, as well as the solitary lonely figure that we saw when Harry made his way back to London the next day, really demonstrated just how on the owls Harry is with his family. Now, ever since Meghan, the Sauces have seen their popularity drop in the UK, but it's notable that they have very clearly been on their very best behavior lately. The publication of Harry's memoir has been delayed until next year, supposedly, and Meghan's appearance on the cover of Industry Bible Variety magazine has been postponed as well, along with the appearances of Variety event as well as appearances on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. And there was also all the hullabaloo over whether or not Harry would get to wear the uniform when he stood vigil alongside his cousins around the coffin of the Queen. According to The Telegraph, Meghan and Harry chose not to make a fuss about the initial ruling that Harry would not be allowed to wear it. And then apparently, cooler heads inside of the palace ended up prevailing and Charles stepped in and said that Harry should be allowed to wear his military uniform. But still, Harry was apparently devastated to discover when he received his uniform from Buckingham Palace that afternoon that his grandmother's ER initials had been taken away from the shoulder, according to the Times. So at the end of the day, what is really going on? Well, the consensus seems to be that nothing much has changed. Nothing has really changed. The expectation is that once the mourning period is up, Harry and Meghan will go back to California. He will publish his book and the family here will be left to pick up the pieces, according to a family friend speaking with the Beast. But it seems like there might be one bright spot in all of this. So Thursday was Harry's birthday, and it was the second time in his life that this day has been overshadowed by grief and loss. He actually turned 13 years old, less than 2 weeks after his mother passed away. The Times has reported that William was on his way home to Adelaide Cottage after having finished the afternoon pickup, and he met the Sussexes on the road and the brothers drove past each other but then stopped, reversed, wound down their windows and chatted for a while. And there we have it, folks. They had a chat. No. It's not much, but still I think it's something I'm sure that the Queen would have been absolutely pleased. And you? What do you think about the feud between Harry and William? Please tell me what you think below in the comments section. If you think my video is helpful, please remember to like and share video. And don't forget to follow page now. Thank you.